Welcome to Island Time. Let's spend some time today, this beautiful Friday, to discuss everything going on in the cruise world, and it is a lot. There are so many stories, not just from the CDC, which we've become accustomed to with things changing, but now you're starting to hear news come straight from cruise lines. That is a very good deal. The first thing we'll talk about, of course, is the CDC and the latest news coming from the CDC, and that's this. 8-day cruises, which have been pulled, especially, I know, from Carnival Cruise Line's website for months. 8-day cruises are now back on, and if you're booked on one with Carnival Cruise Line, you've probably received your email confirmation telling you this. 8-day sailings are now available online. You can see them, and you have not been able to see them for months. But if you're interested in an 8-day cruise, book it. If you're already booked and you've wondered if you're going, you are going. The CDC has dropped its ban on cruises longer than 7 days, meaning you get to go. It's great news from the CDC, and it's proof again that the CDC and cruise lines are in communications every single day. That's why we don't have the protocols yet. So many people comment on the videos and they say, why do we not have the protocols? They are being finalized. They really are in the final stages. I expect something to come anytime. It could literally come over the weekend, as maybe cruise lines and the CDC agree on things this week, and this being Friday. They need to top everything up. They need to make it presentable, and it could be released this weekend or early next week. I'm telling you, we are so close, okay? Stay close to Island Time. I'll mention this now. Please subscribe if you have not already, so you can be notified when we put out new content and the latest news, okay? We only go by the news. We will always share the news with you and what it means for your cruise or the cruise industry in general. Please subscribe, okay? Now, there's some updated language from the CDC with 8-day cruises. Also, updated verbiage is expected to strongly encourage vaccinated cruises for the time being, anytime, okay? We'll see if it happens, but we think that's where it's going to go, okay? And here's a little preview to that. Alaska. If you're booked on Alaska, Carnival said they're going to start with possibly 4 ships. They were confident about 3, the Carnival Breeze and Carnival Vista out of Galveston, the Carnival Horizon out of Miami, and they were hoping for the Carnival Miracle, but knew that they almost needed a miracle for it to happen, and it looks like it may happen after all, okay? The bill passed the Senate last week. It passed the House this week, and President Biden is expected, from all sources, he's expected to sign the bill into law, which would give cruise lines some relief in a law that says they have to stop in a foreign port, okay? They will just stop in Alaska. They won't stop in Canada, although the Canadians now are opening up and want to talk to cruise lines about a return to cruising as well. But for now, Alaska cruises will happen. But here's the major news, okay? Carnival Corporation, okay, which is the family that owns Carnival Cruise Lines and many others. Carnival Corporation announced today that 3 of its brands, that's Carnival, Princess, and Holland, are expected to return to service in the United States starting in July, with Alaska cruising from Seattle, okay? Each company will launch service in July with 1 ship sailing from Seattle to Alaska, but guests are going to have to be vaccinated. It's the first determination we've heard of a ship, a particular ship, being vaccinated, requiring vaccinated cruisers, okay? Are we going to have more to follow? We're going to see. We'll talk about it here in just a few minutes, okay? Stay tuned. Aaron Donald, the CEO of Carnival Corporation, okay? He said, our highest responsibility and top priority are always compliance, environmental protection, and the health, safety, and well-being of our guests, the people, and the communities we touch and serve, and our shipboard and shoreside personnel. As we continue to work with the CDC on requirements for sailing in the United States, we remain committed to returning to service in a way that serves the best interests of the public health and provides our guests with a great cruise vacation and exceptional value, okay? Those boarding the Carnival Miracle and other ships You're going to be able to board if you can show that you have been vaccinated at least 14 days before the sell date. Your last vaccination was 14 days before the sell date, okay? Crew are also being vaccinated in accordance with CDC guidelines, which we would expect to be the 98% number that the CDC put out. Passengers needing to be vaccinated at 95%. We will hear more about this story. We will break it to you, but it looks like for now the Carnival Miracle and guests selling out of Seattle going to Alaska will have to be vaccinated, okay? Let's dive deeper into Carnival, because that is, of course, who we like to cruise, okay? We've cruised so many times with them. They are on pace for a July restart. They announced last week, and we were all excited because it's like, hey, we might get to cruise. I'm telling you, they are on pace to cruise in July. They are moving full steam ahead. They are in the left lane. The hammer's down. They're going, okay? It is, and you can see it. You can see it this week alone. So many people have commented on these videos on our channel, and they've shared with me through Facebook even that they can see excursions, more and more excursions being added every single day to their cruise, starting July the 3rd on the Carnival Vista out of Galveston, July 4th on the Horizon in Miami, July 15th on the Breeze. I mean, take a look at your excursions, okay? We know that you're probably going to be able to go explore the port yourself if your cruise is vaccinated, but take a look at excursions. Adding excursions is a huge deal. I'll also say this, 2 times this week, 2 times I've been called by what some will say is the upgrade ferry. You can call that department what you want to, but I have been called by Carnival to see if I wanted to upgrade from the cabin that I'm in to a nicer cabin, okay, a more desirable cabin, maybe a desirable location, or a more desirable area, or just a whole different class of cabin. But I've been called 2 times to say, do you want to upgrade? That is a great sign. I haven't been called in months. Out of the probably 10 or 12 we've had canceled, I was never called about an upgrade. I was called twice about an upgrade, okay? That is very good news. Faster to the Fun continues to open and close as tickets become available. Again, somebody is managing, some system or some person is managing this. It's another good sign that Faster to the Fun is open. People buy it, it closes, it opens back up, okay? Very good sign. I've received coupons for the spa, okay? My wife, she's ready to book all kinds of massages and treatments because of our onboard credit, but I have received coupons from the spa. Yet again, another good sign that things are happening. The question is, what is it going to look like? John Hild has already confirmed the crew's coming on board. You can see pictures of the crew coming on board, okay, and getting vaccinated. John Hild mentioned that crew, the entertainment crew is being, they're being contacted at this time. So all your playlist production shows and crew members, comedians. One of our favorite things is the comedy show on all the shows. Comedians are being contacted. All the live music artists are being contacted. So it sounds like they're trying to put together a cruise that you and I both will recognize and enjoy, okay? It's an exciting time, it really is. Let's talk about Royal Caribbean, okay? Royal Caribbean with some big news. They were going to sell out, of course, of Bermuda. My wife and I actually looked at a cruise from Bermuda. We did not book it, but Royal Caribbean has canceled its Bermuda-based cruises this summer aboard the Vision of the Seas. Why would they do that? Because the United States is opening back up. Let's bring the Vision of the Seas back to a home port in the United States and let's sell out of the United States. I expect huge news from Royal Caribbean in the very near future, next week or two, about their cruise restart in the United States and from U.S. ports, okay? Here's a quote here from their CEO. The likelihood of cruises selling from the United States this summer is greater each day, and with that, U.S. travelers are increasingly showing a preference for a more direct access ports of departure, and you can leave from the United States instead of leaving from the Caribbean, okay? As of now, they still plan to sell from the Bahamas, from Nassau, next month, just a couple of weeks, matter of fact, and so we will all be looking at those cruises and living vicariously through those going. If you're going, please let me know. I want to follow you. Okay? The Mardi Gras, jumping back to Carnival, the Mardi Gras is leaving Barcelona, Spain, literally as I'm recording this video on Friday at noon. It's en route to Port Canaveral, expected to be here June 4th. We'll see how the weather goes. But again, a huge sign that Carnival is ready to sell, the United States is ready to sell, and it's going to happen, okay? Let's wrap things up here on Island Time. Stay tuned for the latest updates. They are coming oh so close, and here's why I say that. If Carnival is going to make all 4 ships be vaccinated ships, okay? And I think there will be test sailings down the road from some ships. But for these 4, if they want them to be vaccinated ships, they need to announce it, okay? July the 3rd is only a little more than 40 days away. So if there's passengers booked on that ship who have not been vaccinated, but are willing to get vaccinated if it requires, they need to know. Carnival has got to release the news so they can go get their first shot and wait the 3 or 4 weeks, okay, for their second shot, and then having 2 weeks after their second shot to be fully vaccinated and ready to go. Those cruises in early July need to know. I think that's why the CDC always said we can return to mid-July, okay? Because they knew that time was needed from some passengers. Carnival went forward and they were aggressive, and you see the schedule. July 3rd is the first day. You see Christine Duffy, the president of Carnival Cruise Line, saying we want to be a part of the reopening. Joe Biden's reopening on the 4th of July. They were aggressive, but now the news is needed. I would hate for part of our community to not be vaccinated, have a cruise booked the first week of July, and then all of a sudden there's not enough time to get the shots needed because the time frame. If it happens, I hope you can rebook it later in the month, but I hope and I think we will receive that news and everybody will be okay. There's a lot. There's a lot, but it's fun to follow and track. It's fun to discuss and share with you. I hope you have a great weekend. Stay tuned, subscribe, and until next time, I have enjoyed it here on Island Time. I hope you have too. We will see you next time on Island Time.